Hello everybody, what's going on? Grant Vogel here, and this is the second episode of The Last Fan Standing. Thank you to everybody who submitted your last man or last woman standing clips. I got probably 5 episodes worth of clips already, just within like 1 week of accepting these clips. So thank you to everyone who submitted. Basically how this show is going to go, I think, or how this series is going to go is I'll probably do about 5 clips per episode. Some of these clips are very long, some of them are short, so I'll just try to make each episode a reasonable length, so that, you know, I don't know. I guess what I'm saying is I'm going to try to make every episode as entertaining as it can be, and so the length and the number of clips per episode might vary a little bit. We'll see how it goes, but I'll try to make each episode about 10 minutes long or so you guys feel like you're getting, you know, not your money's worth, but I guess your time's worth. So yeah, I mean, here we are in the Financial Plaza. This is, I think the username was Badan15 or something. By the way, I'm just going to go by your PSN username. So I know a lot of you submitted me clips through Twitter or YouTube, and you have different usernames there, but I'm going through PSN names because it's just easier for me to sort that way. And this guy is having a very close call here. There's a minute left, and he's having a 1v1 face-off with this guy. Thankfully, he managed to take him down with the 9mm pistol after some slight trouble earlier. But he won the clip, 7-3-3, cool. Mighty Biscuit 11 here on, what's this map called? Water Tower, that's right. 1 versus 3, and 3 minutes on the clock. That's 1 minute for every enemy to kill. But I don't think it's going to take that long for him to take everybody down. Or maybe he's not going to take everybody down. See, here's the thing. In the future, it helps me a lot if you can submit your clips in a way where, you know, whether it's through Twitter or YouTube, if you can tell me your username or whatever you want me to call you in the video, that will help me because then I won't have to skip to the end when I see the leaderboards so I can find your name, because that sort of spoils the clips for me a little bit. That being said, I don't actually remember how a lot of these go because I didn't watch the entire clips, and I know there's a few losses here and there, so I'm still not entirely like, it's not like they've been completely spoiled, but it is helpful if you guys give me your names, you know, through a tweet or in the message or whatever. And in addition, if you want to be called something other than your PSN username, you know, then that's how you have to do it, basically. So interesting here is that he's using the crossbow, fully equipped with armor, 3 bombs. That's going to be helpful, probably. I don't know how I feel about the crossbow as a last man standing weapon. I don't know that it's the best. It's certainly no shotgun, but he seems to be making, you know, decent use of it here. I mean, he you know, here's the thing with the crossbow. It's really good in defensive situations, but not situations where people are rushing you, because essentially what you want to do with this gun is sort of suppress the enemy with it. You know, get a few shots in here and there, make them sort of run away. But if you're the last person standing, that's not going to really deter them. They're still going to feel very confident that if they rush in, they'll be able to kill you. And they're not going to care if they're losing health, because usually there's going to be more than a few of them, and they're not going to think they're in too much danger. You know, they're not going to feel the risk all that much. If you have teammates alive, then it's a totally different story. But here, making good use of stealth here. That guy had no clue what was coming towards him. Of course, if you can pull off headshots with this thing, then I suppose it is a very good last man standing gun. But I feel like that's sort of an unreliable thing to hinge your victory upon, is whether you can get headshots. You know, that's, unless you're like a real pro at doing that, I wouldn't recommend that with the crossbow. So there's one guy left. Oh, Frontier rifle as well. So I'm making use of quite a few DLC guns in this clip. Using bombs to deter the enemy there, but it doesn't seem to be, you know, scaring him off too much. He's coming back. I'm sorry, my dog. I see my dog twitching from a dream off to the side there. So looks like he got him with the Frontier rifle. Good clip. The name Nacho Daddy is standing out to me there. That's an interesting name. You know what I'm scared of? I'm scared of myself popping up in one of these clips. Like, especially if I'm on like the opposing team or something. I am terrified that one of you is going to send a clip to me and I'm going to end up in it. I think that would be awesome, hilarious, and really embarrassing, probably. If that happens, my mind is going to be absolutely blown. And I will totally feature it in the show if that happens. I'm not going to, you know. If you're like the last man standing and you end up killing me or something, like, I would love that. That'd be hilarious, I think. But anyway, I don't know where I'm going with that. Boom! Molotov. Oh, so interesting here. This is a supply raid. I I definitely recommend you guys send in supply raid clips, because these can get very interesting. Because suddenly, the limit isn't 1 versus 4. The limit is like, you know, 1 versus... I've gotten a few clips that are like 1 versus 14, and they're absolutely remarkable. They put me to shame. So we're making use of the tactical shotgun here. And that was kind of a weird kill there. I don't know exactly what happened there, but... Alright, so now we're down to 3 people. This guy... I forgot what, I think it's Elite Skills was it? I'm sorry if I'm getting it wrong. I can't remember what the name was that appeared at the bottom. Killed like 3 people already, very quickly. Just goes to show how good the tactical shotgun can be if you use it correctly. Kills that guy. And he's not even using the silencer. He's not even using this gun necessarily how I recommend you use it. So he seems to have found a different strategy to use with it. Taking down these guys. Now... one recommendation I would have with the tactical shotgun is be careful with last man standing scenarios. It's never done me, you know, it's never been very good for me in last man standing scenarios, because if enemies are attacking in large groups, it's just not that effective. If they're coming one by one, you know, if you're just getting attacked by one guy at a time, as in this clip is happening, it's perfectly fine that the shotgun is very effective. But when you're fighting 2 or 3 people at once, it just doesn't get the job done. It's too slow, not enough spread. It doesn't work very well. So that's something you want to keep in mind if you become the last man standing with this gun, is you want to try to separate your enemies as much as you can and face them one-on-one if possible. And I know it's a difficult thing to do, especially in the heat of the moment, but anyway, it's just my 2 cents. And especially with no, whatchamacallit, purchasable weapons, that's, you know, tactical shotgun is tough to be effective with, last man standing. So it appears he knows the enemy is over there, because of the radar. The only thing is I can't tell if the enemy is upstairs, like right above him, or... oh, he's right there. Didn't even know what hit him, that guy. That guy was absolutely clueless. So it looks like actually Elite Skills may have had covert training 2 on, because it seems like he snuck around him and the enemy had no clue. So maybe he was using it how I recommended he did with the stealth loadout. Anyway, this is Carnage 123 on the Wharf map. Got a decent selection of craftables, probably from getting to a supply box or something. Probably enough craftables and stuff to win, I would say, if he uses them right. Of course, it's 1 versus 4, so that can be tricky. All it takes is a slight fuck up to fuck up. So yeah, I've noticed on Wharf, this area right here that Carnage is in is a very popular area, or just, I don't know, maybe not popular, I don't know, but it seems to be the area I gravitate towards when I'm the last man standing. It seems like he's leaving this area though, or not. Anyway, that back room over there that he left just like 10 seconds ago. A lot of my last man standing clips on Wharf have been in that room. So, boom with the Molotov. Doesn't matter that he got smoked because he was able to obviously kill the guy who was going to go in for the shiv. That was very lucky. Looks like he got 2 Molotovs, actually. So, yeah, I think he's relatively safe. I think we can safely bet he's going to win this. You know, that'd be an interesting twist to the show, wouldn't it? To Last Fan Standing, as if I was commentating with someone else and we were betting on the outcome of the clips. Of course, that would probably be unfair, because as I said, I have to skip to the end of these to... you know, to see the name, but if there was some way to make that work, that would be fun, and very costly probably, because I'd probably lose most of those bets. Oh, using the silenced fully automatic rifle. I have not seen that used really much at all. 3 guys left. I don't know that this is gonna work, man. Oh, down. You know what's sad is it looked like. It seemed like he downed 2 of those 3 people, but because that 3rd person was like hiding or whatever, you know, they didn't die. If he had downed all 3 of them, they all just would have, boom, executed like that automatically. But because one of them was hiding, the ones that he downed, the 2 that he downed, you know, just kept crawling around, and it didn't even count as a tie for him. So yeah, that was an unfortunate circumstance. But here he is again on Wharf. Maybe he can right the wrong of that it wasn't really wrong, it was just bad luck. So, okay. Now we know what happened in the last clip. That revealed it right there, I think. One guy on the enemy team must have been just chilling at the spawn. He went AFK, and that's why he lost the clip. So, I'm going to call that last one a victory for Carnage, honestly, because that wasn't fair. He had no way of knowing that the other player was AFK, So I'm going to call that a victory for him. I don't care what the game says. I don't care what Naughty Dog says. 2 bombs there. So yeah, that's definitely a tactic I've been picking up on people using. It's a lethal tactic. I haven't yet used it myself. I'm not one to place bombs down really ever, like traps like that. Like very rarely do I do that. And I don't know why it is. Maybe part of it's because it frustrates me so much when it happens to me, when I get killed by one of those things, that I want to spare people that pain, that frustration, like I wouldn't wish that pain on my worst enemies, that feeling of going up to a supply box and dying because of a trap bomb. But anyway, I digress. 1 versus 2, oh boy, so they seem to be closing in, kind of, but it seems like he probably has Covert Training 2 on or something. He seems to be pulling off some stealth pretty well, because they don't seem to see him. That guy is absolutely clueless. Oh, he could have gone in for the shiv. Maybe. No. Macheted. That was weird, man. That player sucks. That player is just unattentive. And finished the other guy with a Molotov. So there you go. Not only was the first clip actually technically kind of a victory when you think about it, but so was that one. And I do believe that is the end of the second episode of The Last Fan Standing. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Thank you to everyone who submitted their clips. For those of you who submitted clips and I said you would be in the second episode, if you weren't in this episode and I told you you would, I do apologize. Essentially what happened is I didn't realize how long these, how much these clips would add up. And basically, if you weren't in this episode and I told you you would be through Twitter or whatever, you'll probably be in the next one, and if not, certainly the next one. Bottom line is, you will appear. I promise you. I got your clip. Don't worry. And if you want to submit your clips, all you have to do is record with the PS4 DVR or a capture card if you're still on PS3. Upload the clip to YouTube as public or unlisted, although don't upload it as private because then I can't download the video. And then all you have to do is copy the link, the YouTube link, send it to me through Twitter, send it to me through a YouTube personal message or something to that effect. And that's all you have to do. And of course, if you want me to call you something other than your PSN username, let me know. And it's also just helpful if you tell me what your PSN username is, so that way I don't have to spoil the clip for myself. So, thank you everybody for watching. I really appreciate it. Thanks for your clips. I will talk to you guys in the comments.